Welcome to Total Retail Talks, your podcast channel for retail knowledge.
Hello and welcome to episode 109 of Total Retail Talks. I'm Joe Keenan, Executive Editor of Total Retail. Today I'm joined by Adam Kahler, Digital Director for Spotix, an online retailer for the home, hearth, patio, and barbecue industries. We're going to be discussing how Spotix is using a data partnership platform to help better target its marketing messages and ultimately increase conversion. Thanks for joining me, Adam.
Thanks for having me on, Joe. I appreciate it. Honored to be on today.
Great. Well, let's get started first by giving a little background for our audience about Spotix.
Sure. So Spotix started in 2011 in a basement, like any good startup is, and we're an Iowa-based company. We own and operate Spotix.com, and Spotix.com is the parent company, in which you stated focuses around the home, hearth, patio, and barbecue industry, in which we own and operate 5 other niche websites: FirepitsDirect.com, KickassGrills.com, FireplaceRemoteControls.com, and TeakFurnitureClassics.com. So we're busy, and we're fitting all the niches of our industry there.
So I mentioned in the intro the company is using a data partnership platform. You're working with a company by the name of OwnerIQ. So I'm interested, though, prior to working with OwnerIQ, what was Spotix doing in terms of targeting its online marketing activities? And in addition to that, what channels were you using to market to customers and prospects?
Yeah, so as an e-commerce platform or an e-commerce business, we pretty much sunk all of our efforts into paid channels, primarily Google and Bing. When I started in late 2015, the efforts were pretty dismal as far as kind of a turnkey, well-rounded marketing platform. I've since expanded that with partnerships like OwnerIQ, and I guess case in point, we weren't really tracking a whole heck of a lot on the conversion side, other than the paid channel. Up until this point, now it's a completely different story.
Yeah, that's a good lead into the next question. Is prior to working with OwnerIQ, what were the results you were seeing from those advertising efforts? Obviously, you said other than the paid efforts, you weren't able to kind of track conversion, and so that was, you're kind of flying blind a little bit there with some of the non-paid efforts, but also paid. What kind of results were you getting from your paid search and some of the other things that you were doing?
Yeah, so budget has a lot to do with that, right? So as well as an expanding portfolio of products, the primary focus, the goal, I guess, the internal goal was like a 3-to-1 return on ad spend when it was a paid-only marketing effort. Since bringing on or partnering with OwnerIQ, we've set specific thresholds or benchmarks, I should say, and about every quarter, Spotix as an entity and OwnerIQ and any other partners for that matter, align those those goals, and just make sure that we're hitting those or getting as close as we can, so that we're continuing to scale and to grow.
Yeah, so that I was going to say that's for both acquisition and retention efforts. Then I would imagine.
Yeah, so if you think about paid search, right, it's mostly last click attribution, or I guess you could say first click attribution, where you're bringing somebody into your site and you're just hoping that they convert based on where you landed them. OwnerIQ has filled the void, if you will, where we're now able to find customers or allow their second party data and algorithms, if you will, to find customers we never had a chance of getting in front of, as well as people that are visiting our specific branded websites.
Yeah, so then let's talk a little bit more about how how Spotix is using the OwnerIQ platform. Maybe there's an example or two that you could cite that really exemplifies how it's been beneficial for Spotix.
Yeah, so I mean, in the beginning, we started out kind of crawl, walk, run with OwnerIQ. I wanted to give them, a single brand kind of just getting our feet wet, so to speak, and they knocked it out of the park. And the primary reason is that we weren't able to reach, or we knew that people in their path to purchase were trafficking brands' websites, doing the research that those brands have spent time and money and effort on, as far as video content, on-page engagement elements and stuff like that. And what Owner IQ has effectively allowed us to do is access or target that audience then with co-branded ads that allow us to get them back to our site, because at some point in their research they've probably landed on any one of our domains, depending on what products they're looking for, and then at some point in their path to purchase they're visiting that branded website, and we're bringing them back to the site to convert as an authorized reseller of that given brand's products. It's really rounded out our marketing efforts, and that is the brand effort, the branded campaign or product that Owner IQ has. The other product that's proven wildly successful for us is an optimized shopper campaign, which basically what that is it's affinity groups, Joe. So I'm sure you're familiar with affinity groups where specific search behaviors, if somebody's looking up backyard landscaping ideas on Pinterest and looking up budgets, and maybe even going to their financial institution and looking up loan details. What Owner IQ's technology will allow us to do is they start to catalog those people and put them in separate buckets. And then in essence, if they're exhibiting behaviors that show that they're going to be doing or are planning to do an outdoor or backyard renovation, then Owner IQ's technology starts to deliver targeted display advertisements to them, and with an effort of bringing them back to our domain to buy product or give us a call, and any of our experts can help them through that process.
Yeah, it would seem the combination of those two products with the branded tool that you talked about first, that's really catching sort of those higher up the funnel maybe customers that you said are more in that research stage. And then the second tool that you talked about, maybe even a little further down the funnel, closer to a purchase, and you're really trying to hit them, as they're getting ready to make that buy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, honestly, the optimized shopper is a great, I don't want to say filler because I'm underselling it, but it's been a great addition and a great revenue generator for us, because it ultimately gets a display ad in front of somebody who's never even been exposed to any of our brands. And with the right set of ad creative or the right level of branding, we've gained significant amounts of web traffic, but ultimately a significant amount of revenue as a result.
Yeah, that's leads into my next question, is I was going to ask around the company benefits that Spotix has realized since it started working with these tools. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that, Adam?
Sure. So Spotix, as a company, since partnering with Owner IQ back in 2016, has seen about a 21% increase in orders, where our average order size is increased by about 17%. The increase in revenue as a whole is about 24%. And those are some statistics for you, but beyond that, as a company, we've been able to double our team size, as well as expand our footprint here in Iowa. We're now in a 40,000 square foot facility with a 4,000 square foot showroom, all shipping product out of our Iowa warehouse here. So those are a little bit of the benefits to working with a company like Owner IQ that truly understands your business and wants to see you succeed as well.
And then my final question, Adam, is given your experience at Spotix, what advice would you have for other retailers that may be looking into using the types of programmatic advertising that you're talking about today?
Do your due diligence, and by that I mean we hadn't really been presented with an opportunity like Owner IQ presented to us. I stated earlier that I gave them one brand. We represent upwards of 25 plus brands in different industries, and I've since added on. I'm up to about I think it's 8 to 10 brands with them at this point. And it's just really where the focus is where you know that a brand is invested heavily in TV advertisements, radio advertisements. You know that audience is larger. You know that the awareness factor is bigger for those brands because the brand themselves have doubled down on their marketing efforts. So in essence, it allows us as resellers to see that their buy-in is there at the brand level, and then all we have to do is be there for convenience when somebody's ready to buy, and that's what's proven. That's kind of been my benchmark of which brands that I bring on to the Owner IQ platform. As far as introducing Owner IQ to a brand so that shareable audience is available, but it also allows me to know which brands we should spend more marketing dollars on to gain more traction with.
Great. Well, I want to take this opportunity to thank Adam Kahler of Spotix for joining me today. Please check out our podcast channel page, mytotalretail.com/podcasts for show notes. Total Retail Talks is available on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, but make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. Thanks, and I look forward to you joining us on the next episode of Total Retail Talks.